Stand by for action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Very, very good evening to you. Welcome along to the fastest aviation show on YouTube with, of course, my good self, Stu Bear, on Air Show World. For the next 60 minutes, it's non-stop action all the way, and we'll be seeing more of that beautiful Douglas later.
Wide flashing lights. Very similar looking. Designated. Well,
Meanwhile, to start the show off tonight, we've got a little bit of action taking you back to 2016 at the Yeovilton Air Show.
As you can see, what a manoeuvrable aircraft, how much power it's using, but that wind coming against it, me allowing him to keep his ground speed really slow. Really impressive. This then Rich Goodwin in his muscle biplane, his pits, and here's another knife edge pass. Turning away from us with a bit of negative G. A surface to air missiles trying to engage the Merlins. Crossing brake and away from the crowd again. The agility of this multi-purpose machine from the Bronco demo team based at Kortrijk-Wevelgem in Belgium. Tony De Bruyne with the North American Oli 10B Bronco. Later this year, with the addition seen on friendly terms on the ground at a base like Yeovilton. But here it is from the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. The MiG-15, or the SB Lim 2, which was flown for us today by the boss of the Historical Squad 11 and AS-12 wire-guided missiles in order to be able to attack surface targets. And to do a 360, just to really show off that beautiful shape. And also here there's two agents.
Well, a huge big thank you to UHN 100 for that amazing donation you've just sent via the PayPal.
Successor to the Vampire.
You probably noticed I put on the pinned message at the top. Facebook. Oh, don't you love Facebook? Unfortunately, they've removed, for some bizarre reason, the monetization, so we are really struggling.
And Venom, C-Venom, and then of course...
So anything, no matter how small, it certainly helps, and thank you so much, Andy. You are the top man. Thank you.
Ever jet deck landing on an aircraft carrier. It's quite wonderful. That is, it cleans up. I've learned not to try and talk about it. Both engines develop about 11,000 pounds of thrust. That aeroplane also flew offensive sweeps over Jack. The Rose! Pulling up at 4G, this is Swan. Once again, another shape change on the 45 now.
3 aircraft on each wing. Moving forward now, Reds 8 and 9 tuck in a beam Red 7. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 back up in their usual place next to Red 1, and you can see the shape of the feathered arrows. The jet slowed down to about 150 miles an hour at the apex of the loop, working hard to stay in formation at that low speed, but the controls are less responsive. About to come left in this shape, feathered arrow, or as we call it, Fred.
And also a huge big thank you to Brian K for that amazing donation. Hey, you are absolutely wonderful, all of you. Thank you.
This is the hammerhead brake. And 9 with the coloured smoke, pitching up now to roll around the synchro pair. They then perform their own twinkle rolls as they get ready to split in the Jippo break. In opposing 360-degree 6G turns in their final manoeuvre, which is the carousel. Remember, the pilots are pulling 6G, they're working very hard to fight the G-force. They're crossing 3 times. Now notice when they cross at the back, they swap their smoke colour from red to blue and vice versa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for the synchro pair. And you've been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrow!
And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. Oh, what have you little devils been up to this week? Well, not just eating bounty bars. Here he is, the man himself. He's in the chat room, and these are just some of his brilliant photographs. He was with me, and on Sunday, we had a fantastic time down at Shuttleworth. Just look at these amazing photographs by the one and only Marcus Camfield. So Marcus, thank you so much for looking after us. What a great guy. I really enjoyed his company. Well, you saw the still image just then of this fantastic P-51 Mustang. And here's the video of that very display from Sunday. Nice one, Jeff. Keep your eyes peeled for Air Force One then. Very quickly in the chat room today, we've got Becky Davis and also Black Cat, UHN 100. And we have down the list right here, Alan Burden, Andrew C. Also hi to Christopher Jones, Marcus Camfield, we just saw his photographs, Robert Feely, Alan Burden. Also, special mentions to Brian Kay. Thank you so much for that amazing donation. And also to UHN 100. Christina, our good friend there. Great to see her. And of course, we just mentioned him. That's Foot Launch, keeping his eyes peeled. Gary Inge, Mark Riches. Keep the messages coming. I love seeing that.
Hello, my name is Matt Allwright from The One Show and Morning Live, Watchdog, Rogue Traders, all that stuff. And you're watching Air Show World with Stu Bear.
You see, just in case you forgot what you're watching, hey, we weren't here last week, but boy, oh boy, we had a great time. Been down the south coast of England and also around Cambridgeshire. And
2010. So we're very lucky to have it. So here they come, the crowd centre into the hopper.
And also, of course, Bedfordshire. Had a fabulous time.
We call it the E-type Jaguar of the sky. Louis a few years ago. His day job is flying commercial jets all over Europe.
Meanwhile, it's back to that Yeovilton 2016 show.
Final flyby as they land to say hello to them. Service, and you know, it's a real tribute to what those people did and the bravery of the guys that operated it in the hazardous environments that they had to fly it in. Beautifully flown by Lieutenant Commander Chris Gopka and crew of the Swordfish 1 of the Royal Navy. Hellfire missile launchers or external fuel tanks. And as you can see today, gunship have opted for a mixture of rocket and missile launchers. Each rocket pod can house...
Well, dude, we are certainly spoiling you tonight. Lots of helicopters. Which is what you would expect if you're watching a little bit of video from Yeovilton.
In just a 10-minute display. But if you do have any questions, please find a member of the display team or the Army Air Corps engagement team. Thank you.
Mark Jeffries, team leader, Global Stars in Chamonix, about to take my chair into the sky. You're with Stu Bear and Airshow World.
Well, that man... he certainly does get around all over the world. Mark Jeffries. So much variety coming up tonight. We've got some fast jets. They're coming your way right now. And of course, hey, guess where this is? And somewhere on the internet, I know she's watching. That's our good friend, Maria Lane. Typhoons and skylarks. What a fabulous combination. I'm talking about the birds just there. Staying with the fast jets right now, we have the French Navy Rafales.
Out of an eventual total of 225 examples being operated across the French Air Force. A typically distinctive and carrying...
And it's a howdy all as well to you as well. That's Mid-Atlantic RR in aeroplanes. And of course, saying hi to Andrew Herbert. Great to see you, my boy. And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows. Well, just recently, I've had a few requests come in to show this particular video clip again. So, hey, enjoy this. We were talking about Mildenhall a few moments ago, weren't we? Well, it's time to go back into the 1990s. And as always, great to see Phil Tovey. Thanks for asking how we're doing, and hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. It certainly is the Robert Feely in the background. You can hear it. The fabulous Vulcan in the background. I don't think we've got that on tonight's show, but I didn't have enough time to fit that in. But I thought we've got to see the B-52 and now the B-1. These videos, videoed by my good friend Andy Hare, captured by the bear. And very quickly, talking about it, Andy Hare, it was great to see him down at Shuttleworth on Sunday. So I know he watches this later in the day. It may be old, it may be grainy, but it's wonderful. Meldon Hall from the Air Fate. Well, Morris, we've got something for you. You're going to love this. It's, of course, Old Warden, Shuttleworth time. With this wonderful Spitfire 5C making that wonderful sound. And from Shuttleworth from last Sunday, both Marcus Camfield and myself, we kept debating whereabouts should we film from. So I thought, hey, why not for a change? Instead of being right up by the fence, we went further back, as you can see. And to be honest, I absolutely love it.
Following on from the Gladiator, which was piloted today by Peter Kozagorin. That was our chief pilot, Paul Stone, with the Spitfire 5C.
And on Sunday, a very good friend of mine, that's Adam, he made his commentating debut, and he was brilliant. Both of them were. So a big congratulations and well done to Adam. And of course, to
B-24 Liberators on those enormously hazardous daylight raids over occupied Europe.
So well done, Adam.
The 8th Air Force, largely based in...
We'll hear him
Anglia,
just a
and
little
around 2000,
later.
The B-17s and B-24s that flew from those parts between 1942 and 1945 were lost. It's no wonder this aircraft's operator, Ellie Sallingbow, describes Sally B as a living piece of our national heritage that must be preserved for the enjoyment and education of today's and future generations.
And if you were there on Sunday, I'm sure you agree. Together with Ben Dunnell and Adam, they were a fantastic team. Well done. I can't say any more. And just look at that backdrop. It can't be anywhere else but Yeovilton. Wonderful air shows they used to have. And bringing it into land with Sally B, the B-17.
And there it is, touching gently down. Captained today by Dutchman KLM Captain Peter Cowper.
I'll sign off and let you enjoy the final manoeuvre. Thank you for your attention. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello, I'm Spencer, and you can hear my show every weekday afternoon from 1 till 4 on Caravan Radio. It's a radio station for the caravan and motorhome community, and it would be great if you can come and have a listen. But what I'm here to do now is to introduce Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Oh, thank you very much indeed there, our good friend Spencer. And of course, 6 o'clock, between 6 and 9, you can... no, you don't want to hear me at all, do you? Hey, don't forget... we also have our other YouTube channel, and that's a Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. If you've not been on there yet, please do. Okay, time for me to go quiet. Enjoy DH-88 Comet.
That McRobertson race, which started on the 20th of October 1934 from the then newly finished RAF Milton Hall in Suffolk, was arranged for two reasons. It celebrated the centenaries that year of both the City of Melbourne and the State of Victoria. And it was named the McRobertson race after its main sponsor who put up the prize money, the confectionery magnate Sir Macpherson Robertson. There were to be speed and handicap sections, and the aircraft to be classified had to reach Melbourne within 16 calendar days. Geoffrey de Havilland felt that Britain had to do something to win this race, and his company's technical director, C.C. Walker, felt the best likelihood of success was in a bespoke design with the best possible balance of high speed and long range. And this was the result, but in an extraordinarily compressed timescale. The go-ahead to design what became the DH-88 was given by de Havilland in January 1934. The race, as I said, was to start that October, and de Havilland was very busy that year. I say that because 1934 also saw the maiden flights of 3 other very important de Havilland types with rather more commercial importance attached to them: the DH-86 Express, the DH-87 Hornet Moth, and the DH-89 Dragon 6, which became the Dragon Rapide. And the company was in the process of moving from the Stag Lane factory airfield in Edgware in North London to new premises at Hatfield.
That run from England to Australia taking 70 hours, 54 minutes and 18 seconds.
And coming up very, very soon, right here on Airshow World, we've got the full version from Sunday's fantastic airshow. And I hope you enjoy the different angle that we were filming from this time. Got to admit, it's down to Robert Feely. I saw one of his videos, one of his old 90s videos I've been capturing. And I thought, yes,
and that was a beautiful demonstration.
We've got to do it.
So by Jean-Michel Munn in the DH-88 Comet.
And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Robert Feely actually noticed those beautiful Porsches as we pulled back on the video.
Hi, I'm Tony de Bruin, pilot of the OV-10 Bronco with the Bronco demo team. We're very happy to display here at the Midlands Air Festival over the next coming 2 days. So we're looking forward to see you all. And keep watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Oh, most definitely. Well, Phil Tovey is going to be there, and I know lots of other folks are going to be at this beautiful location. Just look at it. It's a stately home. It's in a wonderful, beautiful part of the world. Mind you, the UK is beautiful anyway, but this is down in Warwickshire. It's just down the road from, of course, Shakespeare's very own Stratford-upon-Avon. And just look at this. Wouldn't this be a great location for an air show? And it certainly is. 2 weeks time we are going to be there. I'll be there from the Thursday right the way through until the Monday morning. I need a bit of time to recover. So let's get a different view. You saw some drone footage that I took a couple of years ago, and right now we're in cockpit with the one and only, you just heard him, Tony de Bruin, showing us what it's like from the air. And coming up right now, we've got something very, very special. It's our Midlands Air Festival preview. And as I said, if you think of going down, it's not just aircraft. It is all these wonderful balloons. And on the Friday night, they have the night fire. If you've never seen that and you're going on Friday, you are going to love it. just look at all of those balloons. They've got some very special shapes again this year, and also there's a particular aircraft that we started tonight's show off with. It was at Shuttleworth on the Sunday. It didn't display, but it will be displaying right here at the Midlands. Look at those balloons. So if you're thinking of going, don't delay. Make sure you get those tickets right away because they are selling like hotcakes. It's always a complete sellout at, of course, the Midlands Air Festival. And you never know, we might see Rupert the Bear again. Look at that. If you go to the Midlands, look out for Stu Bear. I should be wearing the Airshow World t-shirt. So come across and say, hey, hi, Mr. Bear. How the devil are you doing? Okay, we've got another intro from a couple of young guys who are going to be flying at the Midlands Air Festival.
I'm Bruce.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Taylor Mono display team.
And you are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Oh, thank you very much there, guys. And here they are, flying their tiny, absolutely tiny aircraft. Look at these.
Oh, he's not going to give us away. Yes, he is. Look at that, right on cue. Everything good, so he's got all that environmentally friendly smoke there.
So that smoke is stored in a separate tank inside the aircraft, sometimes where the passenger would sit, and sometimes just...
That could be a radio control model. If you could only hear the instruction that's going between the lead and the wingman. Nice topside pass there.
Even though Bruce is in the more powerful aircraft, he has to set the speed, and then Ben's job is to sit, just close on in and sit nice and tight on his right hand side.
Lock in spots on his aircraft to the lead. Coming in now, what they call the belly pass. On the red arrows, a tornado pass, but just a little bit simpler and slower.
Bobbing and weaving around that smoke system.
No going into it. I wonder when he's up there, does he go taka 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 taka? Returning now for what they have called the side slip pass. One of the aircraft coming in side slipping, not in knife edge, where the aircraft is virtually giving you a planform view of the whole top of the wing and using a lot of power to keep in that position. This is more of a slight sideways movement. And you can see Bruce just moving into that side slip there. A lot less radical than a knife edge.
And at a lot of air shows, these two planes, they'd be absolute... They would look tiny, but it's a different story right here at the Midlands.
Break.
Absolutely superb. And hey, the voice of the Midlands Air Festival, well, he's coming up.
Hi, I'm
now.
Peter Anderson, Ando, the commentator from Down Under here at Midlands Air Festival at Ragley Hall. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
So if you ever wondered what he looked like, there he is. The voice himself, the voice of the Midlands Air Festival.
And he was
look at this beauty.
Flying balls. Flown to Salzburg and restored over 3 years. So look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This is not how you see an airliner being flown, but this is being beautifully flown and controlled today, and it was in the capable hands of Raymond Reedman. One of the very last four-engine.
And all 3 days. Here they are again, second time on the show tonight.
2.5 to 3,000 feet there.
The Red Arrows will be there Friday, Saturday and Sunday at the Midlands.
The manoeuvre called Boomerang. Hannah, break.
Hannah, flip.
As they turn towards each other in Cyclone. Each aircraft now pulling up to 5G, once again turning hard to each other as they complete their first part of their second half in Slingshot. Coming in from the... He turns hard to the left, lines up with Enid in the distance for the Goose. Paddy in his third and final year, former Tornado GR4 and Typhoon pilot. An honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the Red Arrow!
And look very carefully. We may see a few of the folks who are on the show right now. There he is, Robert Feely himself with that huge big camera. Look forward to seeing you, my boy. And a couple of quick highlights from last year's Midlands Air Festival. That's what we're doing right now. And of course, wasn't it a brilliant display? The Draken.
How many shock diamonds you can see in the flame from the afterburner. Looking at this aircraft, so modern, it first flew back in 1955 and it was designed for a requirement for a bomber interceptor with a maximum speed of Mach 1.4, 1.4 times the speed of sound in 1955. You can see that very unique double delta configuration, 80-degree sweep back on the inner, 60 degrees on the outer. Now that requirement for that Mach 1.4 came out in 1949. All-weather interceptor flying from bases or highways, and they were thinking about that type of dispersal even in those days. And it was designed also to be capable of being refueled and rearmed by conscripts with minimal training in 10 minutes or less.
Well, Christina, I will do my very best to remember to find those vampires.
Built by Svenska Flugmotor and developing 17,600 pounds thrust in afterburner. When you think of the early Avons, developed about 7,500 what they call dry. Afterburner is termed wet. Such a success that the second prototype actually exceeded the speed of sound in a climb. And that wing, very unusual wing shape. It provided excellent high and low speed operations, but revealed what they call superstall characteristics and a very high angle of attack, meaning when the nose is very high relative to the tail of the aircraft. Now, from that superstall, they developed recovery training, a so-called cobra manoeuvre, or what they called the court parade, which is a short parry from fencing. In developing that recovery technique, they inadvertently worked out a form of air combat manoeuvring, because in the recovery there was a very rapid high-nose angle that forced the whole
focus so often.
Wow. What an aircraft. And this aircraft will be at the Midlands Air Festival. It was at Shuttleworth, and that's what we're looking at right now. Coming into land, it is, of course, the Douglas R4D.
With the Navy and Marines.
And I've got to admit, I am certainly looking forward to seeing this fly doing a display at the Midlands Air Festival. So if we've whetted your appetite, don't delay. Get those tickets right away, because, as I said earlier in the show, it is always a complete sellout. Here it is, taking off from Shuttleworth after the air show. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Air Show World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Air Show World, you can get yourself 15% off every single order. Just use the code AIRSHOW, AIRSHOW. It's all uppercase, and the link is underneath the video right now. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And that was the Fastest Aviation Show on YouTube. Until next week, you take care and have a... Oh, look out for the T-shirt, because we're going to be at the Midlands Air Festival in just 2 weeks' time. And don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear YouTube channel. Hey, what you waiting for? Do it right now. Okay, a quick mention in the chat room for a couple of folks before we love you and leave you for the weekend. Morris Moon, always great to know you're watching the show, and I know you love those warbirds. So do I. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So thank you for the nice comments there, my man. And also, UHN 100, thank you so much for the brilliant donation. And Brian K, thank you as well for your donation. Much appreciated. And it helps a lot to keep the show rocking and rolling, so we can bring you the action from these air shows. We will be going back to Shuttleworth, fingers crossed, on July the 26th, I believe it is. So Marcus Canfield, get it in your diary. Get those bounty bars. In fact, I'm going to have one of those right now with a cup of tea. Okay, until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Friday night. Look out for new videos coming out, especially, of course, the Shuttleworth full version from last Sunday. Gary Inge, have a great weekend as well. You got 15 seconds, then the bear is out of here on the Fastest Aviation Show on YouTube. I've got to talk even faster to get it all in. We'll see you very, very soon right here from Stu Bear on Air Show World. Have a great week and weekend, and please let the sunshine keep on shining. Thank you, and have a good night.